Today we're going to be doing an unboxing and some distance tests on the Ridge Rider 2-watt UHF CB handheld radio twin pack. Even if you don't have the Ridge Rider model, most 2-watt radios say they'll go up to about 12 kilometers. So we're going to give it a test to see if they will actually go up to 12 kilometers. Now that's in an open field. I'm in an urban area where there's buildings, so obviously it may not go to that distance, but we'll still give it a test to see how it is. But firstly, let's see what's in this box here. Now this was a repack from the store because it was the last one, but I know what I'm expecting, so it may be a bit messy because I had to repack it, but it should still have everything in there. We got 2 batteries. We have a wall block charger. Now there should be 2 of these charger cords. There's 1 of the radios, 2 of the radios, obviously the manual which has already been taken out, the second cord, and a charging dock. So firstly we'll see how to put the radios together. This currently already has the belt clip on it, easily released just with the button on the back. It's got a screw hole, so there were some screws here. Yeah, they're still in the box. Let's come out. So the screws in here just screw into the back just to hold the back on if you want it to be a bit more secure. Now, so it does use only this type of battery here. Some different CB models have provisions to use maybe replacement batteries or double or triple A batteries. These will only use these type of batteries, like a cell phone or mobile phone battery, similar to the old Nokias. So that's one nice easy setup so far. I won't put the screws in just because I might pull it apart later, and we'll get the next one set up. So for the test, what I'll do is I'll leave one of the radios set up here, and then I'll go for a drive in the car. Now I'll be using the distance measurer in the car to calculate the distance, so it won't be the distance as a crow flies, 12 kilometers. It will be whatever the car drives on the roads, but it'll still be a good test, and maybe every couple kilometers I'll read out how many Ks I've gone on the way out, and then I'll read out the kilometers that I've gone coming back. And I'll probably try to go about to 15 kilometers, just so you can see the difference in the quality of the sound, because the sound may still work, but it may lose quality the further out you go. As I said, it's a built-up area, just a standard sort of suburban area, so that will at least give you an idea of how it sounds in a built-up area. Obviously, if you're in an open area, it should go the exact distance that it says. We'll just give these radios a quick weigh, just to see what they weigh, because if you do camping, this may come in handy to know what the weight of the radios are, so you can pack accordingly. They seem quite light, which is pretty good. Let's put on the scales. So if we give one radio a weigh, 105 grams, so 2, obviously we double that, 210. Oh, this one's reading a little bit less. Yep, so one radio for some reason weighs a little bit different. That's probably because it's missing the, I've taken off the belt loop holder. So if you want it to be a little bit lighter, not that makes too much difference, remove the belt holders. Yep, there we go, around 210 grams. Now let's turn them on, set them up, and see if I'll need to charge them first before we do the test. And they do have as well, which is quite convenient, manual charging spots on the radio themselves, which can be quite good, because if you don't have the dock, then you might want to charge it manually with a mobile phone charger. So turn it on. Turns on alright, fully charged, that's not too bad. Now there are restricted bands in Australia on what you can actually use, so best to check those out before you start using one of these. I believe it's 5 and 35 are the emergency ones, so definitely there are penalties and issues if you try and use that. Anyway, these Ridge Rider ones, they have a torch on top, so that's pretty cool. It's not one that you press the button once and it'll stay on. have to hold the button in, and it's like an LED torch, so hey, not too bad. What we'll do is I'll put it to channel 25. Let's see if I can get it there. So that seems to unlock it, so maybe that potentially has allowed us to move up in channels. Let's have a look. I think that's for volume, so that's not going to do it. Holding it again. So that locks the buttons in general. Go menu. Channel, here we go, the channel adjuster. As I said, we'll put them both on 25. Now it doesn't recommend to have them too close to each other, but for the first initial test, cool, that selects the channel. Few menu functions, there we go, so we're on 25 there. Now you may hear other radio chatter, but that's inevitable because CB and UHF frequencies are open channels, so other people can be on the same channel, and it will and they'll make the same noise potentially. So let's change the channel, or they'll at least be speaking. So put it to 25. Turns it off. I wonder if that selects the channel as well. Yep, so we're stuck on 25. Didn't have to go through that whole menu. I'll just quickly give it a sound test. So I'll say testing 1 2 3, and I'll see if it comes through. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. That's one that works. And now let's check the next one. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Cool. So they're all tested, ready to go. I'll set up on its dock. You definitely would think that it should have enough charge to last the whole time. I can't see the screen very well on the dock, but I might angle it like this just to see. There we go. Cool, so I'll go for the drive, and I'll make the noise each time, or speak and tell you where I am each time so you can see the distance. Back in a moment. First test, directly outside in the car, maybe a couple meters away. Just 1 kilometer distance away. Yes, that's the test done. What I'll do is I'll edit it so there's no gaps in between the Ks that I did. So unfortunately I'm not like the Flash as it sounds like, where I can travel 1 kilometer in a matter of seconds. But I'll only edit the parts up to where you can hear. So I initially wasn't going to make a follow-up video on this to attach the end. I was just going to leave it, but I was just so shocked at the results. So where it says you should get 12 kilometers, as you saw, we were only able to get 1 kilometer. Now I was actually traveling the full distance of up to 15 kilometers, and as you can see, the footage goes for 47 minutes. Now you'll see what it gets collapsed down to, but that's really shocking how it only does about 1/10 of what distance it advertises if you're in a built-up area. So things to consider when you do buy radios such as these is where you're going, what you're doing. There's a lot of interference, both electronically and motor vehicles and buildings themselves around in built-up areas, so that could have affected it. Maybe camping with just trees and a few hills could make a difference, but I'm sure hills would make a difference as well. Maybe get a stronger one of these and an antenna if you want to use it in built-up areas. But as you can see, the results were quite surprising that it didn't actually go much distance at all. Because 1.5 kilometers, maybe 1 kilometer at most. Obviously this was inside and I was out in a car that was moving, but I would have thought at least it would have done maybe half of that, like 5 or 6. But anyway, they're the shocking results, and thanks for watching.